I wish this were not the case, but scammers are getting more sophisticated in trying to trick RVers out of their money. This video will ensure that you're aware and know what to watch out for so that you and your money are safe. Hi, this is Danny from Van Solo, and welcome back to my channel. If you're planning to buy an RV or already are planning your next trip, you want to be aware of different RV scams out there so that you don't get tricked, whether you're buying a new RV, planning a trip, or just getting repairs. I have actually witnessed some of these things and had some viewers send me information on current RV scams that are going on, but there's one thing that happened to me when I went to buy my Class B RV. It was something I wasn't really thinking about, and I thought I would share it with you because it's not anything that any of us want to happen. And before we get started, I did want to mention, if you like this video, if you find it helpful, informative, or enjoyable in any way, please feel free to give this video a big thumbs up. I really do appreciate it, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. So let's get started. Hang in to the end and I'll show you a new scam just found in Oregon. Number 1, online purchase and sale scams. The RV market has become fertile ground for scammers, particularly in the online marketplaces where anonymity provides cover for fraudulent actors. One of the most common scams targets potential RV buyers through deceptive, attractive listings. These are too good to be true advertisements, typically featured RVs that are priced significantly below market to entice the bargain hunters. In a documented case in 2023, a scammer listed a 2016 Mini Winnie Class C for just $29,000, well below comparable listings, using a fabricated story about a recent divorce settlement to explain the suspiciously low price. The seemingly legitimate initial communications quickly evolved into a complex shipping scheme where the supposed seller claimed to be relocating to the UK and offered to ship the RV for inspection before purchase, requesting a substantial shipping fee up front. The victim recognized the scam and reported it to RV Trader, who confirmed it as a known fraudulent pattern. These shipping scams follow a predictable pattern when scammers create elaborate backstories to justify both the low price and their inability to meet in person. They often claim to be moving abroad, serving in the military, or dealing with personal hardships that necessitate a quick sale. The scammer then insists on handling everything remotely, proposing to ship the RV for inspection after the potential buyer sends money for shipping. Usually those shipping costs are about $2,500. And once that payment is made, the scammer disappears and no RV is ever shipped. This tactic has become so prevalent that government agencies issued urgent warnings to RVers in early 2025 regarding these schemes. Number 2, the inspection report scam. This scam targets those attempting to sell their RVs online. In this scheme, the supposed buyer insists that the seller pay for an inspection report before proceeding with the purchase. This reverses the standard practice, where inspections costs are the buyer's responsibility, as this ensures the reliability and the impartiality of the inspection. When a potential buyer pressures the seller to cover these costs, it strongly indicates fraudulent intent. Similarly, sellers should be wary of fake representatives. Number 3, fake representatives. These are individuals who claim they cannot inspect the RV personally due to distance or health concerns, and instead send a representative who may attempt to acquire the title without proper payment. Number 4, the counterfeit payment scam. This remains one of the most damaging to RV sellers. Scammers present what appear to be legitimate cashier's checks or money orders as payment for RVs, and these historically trusted payment methods can be expertly forged, creating a false sense of security for the seller. By the time the financial institution identifies the forgery, which can take several days to process, the scammer has already taken possession of the RV and disappeared, leaving the seller with no payment and no vehicle. Financial institutions strongly recommend verifying any cashier's check or money order directly with the issuing institution before finalizing any transaction or transferring ownership. The overpayment scheme. Here's another sophisticated financial tactic targeting RV sellers. In this approach, the scammer sends a check exceeding the RV's selling price, often with a plausible explanation such as covering shipping costs or other fees, and then they request that the seller refunds the difference promptly, citing various urgent reasons. The scammer's goal is to receive this refund before the original payment check is discovered to be fraudulent. Once the seller's bank determines that the initial check is invalid, typically after the refund has been sent, the seller loses both the refunded amount and potentially faces additional consequences from their financial institution. Number 6, voice impersonation scams. While not exclusive to the RV community, these have increasingly targeted RV owners with alarming sophistication. In a case reported in 2023, scammers use voice manipulation technology to impersonate a woman's son, claiming to be in legal trouble and urgently needing $500. Scammers used voice manipulation technology to impersonate that woman's son. The victim reported the voice sounded exactly like her son's, and the scammers also spoofed his phone number, making the deception particularly convincing. After sending the initial payment, the scammers requested an additional $2,900, at which point the victim recognized the fraud. This technology represents a disturbing evolution in scamming tactics, as voice has traditionally been considered a more reliable verification method than text-based communication. Okay, we're halfway through. Have you hit that thumbs up yet? I'll wait. Okay, so now we have some camping and on-the-road scams. RV owners face unique vulnerabilities while traveling, particularly at campgrounds and RV parks, where several specialized scams have emerged. The fake campground reservation scam exploit the increasing popularity of RV travel and limited availability of prime camping spots. Scammers establish counterfeit websites or social media pages that mimic the legitimate campgrounds, and they offer those reservations online at attractive rates. These operations collect payment information and deposits from unsuspecting travelers who arrive to find either that the campground doesn't exist or that they have no record of a reservation. To avoid this increasingly popular scam, experts recommend only booking through official campground websites or recognized booking platforms, and to verify unfamiliar sites through multiple sources before submitting any payment. The next one is overpriced firewood scam. While less technologically sophisticated, it does exploit the practical needs of campers in remote locations. Some campground operators or unauthorized local vendors charge exorbitant prices for firewood, taking advantage of campers' limited options in isolated areas. And since firewood is essential for cooking and warmth in many camping situations, the restrictions on transporting firewood across certain regional boundaries, like between Washington and Oregon, are common due to pest control measures. Campers often have little choice but to pay inflated prices. So, research firewood availability and pricing before arriving at your destination, and when possible, purchase from reputable sources on your route to those remote locations. The next one is fake RV parks. This is another significant threat to traveling RV owners. In this scheme, scammers establish unauthorized camping facilities on private property, and They often advertise these through social media or classified advertisements rather than established travel platforms. These illegal operations might lack proper sanitation facilities, electrical safety measures, or any security at all, placing campers at risk. Additionally, since the operators have no legitimate business registration, the campers have little recourse if problems do arise. You can protect yourself by researching RV parks through established review platforms like Compendium or Good Sam, or the escapees, checking for proper business license, and be suspicious of parks that only accept cash payments or offer unusually low rates without explanation. Next is fraudulent repair services. These specifically target travelers experiencing mechanical issues on the road. Scammers approach RV owners at campgrounds or rest stops, offering to repair problems at seemingly reasonable rates. After collecting payment up front, they either perform substandard repairs that may even worsen the issue or simply disappear without completing any work. The transient nature of both the victims and the perpetrators make these scams particularly difficult to prosecute. RV owners should always seek repairs from established businesses with physical locations, or if you are working with a mobile tech, make sure that mobile tech is certified and has verifiable credentials, even if this means a slight delay in your plans. Phishing attempts, phishing attempts specifically targeting RV owners have become increasingly common and convincing. Scammers create communications that appear to come from financial institutions, RV manufacturers, camping book ground services, complete with legitimate-looking logos and formatting. These messages typically create a false sense of urgency, claiming that immediate action is required to address a problem with a reservation, a payment, or an account. The communication directs recipients to click on malicious links that either harvest their personal information through fake login portals or install malware on their devices. One particularly effective variation was documented in 2025, involved text notifications alerting RV owners to alleged fraudulent charges at the Apple Store. And shortly after receiving the text, the victims would receive a phone call with caller ID spoofed to match their bank's customer service number. This multi-channel approach significantly enhanced the scam's credibility. Security experts emphasize that legitimate financial institutions never request sensitive information through unsolicited communications, and they recommend that contacting banks directly through their official published numbers rather than responding to incoming calls or texts is the best way to go. The rising sophistication of these digital scams requires correspondingly advanced prevention strategies. Cybersecurity professionals recommend never clicking on links in unsolicited emails or text messages, even if they appear to come from legitimate sources. Instead, RV owners should manually navigate to the official website of the purported sender by typing the URL directly into their browser, and additionally enable the two-factor authentication on all financial and reservation accounts, and that provides an important additional layer of security, as does using unique, complex passwords for different services. And don't use the same password for all your passwords. Okay, and here's my bonus scam for you. This is a new one that has recently affected RV buyers nationwide, but it originated in Oregon, where people unknowingly purchased stolen RVs. Here's how the scam works. Buyers find an attractive RV deal online, pay a dealership, receive a manufacturer's certificate of origin, an MCO, but they later discover it's fake when they go to register the vehicle at the DMV. The dealership then disappears, leaving buyers without their money or the RV. So let's understand what the MCO is. The MCO certifies original ownership and includes key details like the make, the model, the year, the VIN. Some states handle this process differently, and buyers may never see the MCO. The scammers create fake VINs, vehicle identification numbers. You can check multiple VIN locations on your RV to help verify authenticity. There's one in the door jamb. There's usually one under the hood. There's one on the body. So check all the different VIN numbers and make sure they match. You can use the NHTSA recall site, and you can run that VIN through the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration's database, and that's free, and that can confirm whether that VIN number was issued by the manufacturer. Then you can check the National Motor Vehicle Title Information System. This consumer protection database provides title history from different states for a small fee and can help verify legitimacy. I will have those linked below so you don't have to write them down right now. Some manufacturers, like Newmar, have a unique 6-digit coach number that can be checked with their service center for authenticity. Buyers should research dealerships, avoid those with little or suspicious online history, and check out customer reviews to ensure the legitimacy. These scammers prey on urgency and excitement. Slowing down and doing your thorough research before purchasing an RV is crucial. So this channel encourages RVers to share experiences and knowledge about scams in order to spread awareness to all of our viewers and protect them. The rising popularity of RV travel has unfortunately created a parallel increase in scams targeting both buyers and sellers in this market. From sophisticated online purchase schemes to on-the-road repair scams, these fraudulent activities continue to evolve in response to awareness campaigns and security measures. By remaining informed about current scam tactics and implementing robust preventative measures, RV owners can significantly reduce their vulnerability while continuing to enjoy the freedom and adventure that make RV life so appealing. Now, please remember, the FTC wants to hear about scams in any language, even if you don't lose money. Report in English at reportfraud.ftc.gov. I'll link that below, or in Spanish, reportfraude, F-R-A-U-D-E, ftc.gov. To report in other languages, call 877-382-4357 and press 3 to speak to an interpreter in your preferred language. And if you found this information valuable, don't forget to share this with other RVers. And while you're there, like and subscribe for more interesting content. Have you ever been scammed or almost scammed? Share your story in the comment section. Thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate it. Until the next time, happy camping, happy travels, and happy life. Bye-bye.